Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As you can see, we have quite a bit of an audio upgrade here. I'll explain it in another video. For now, we're just going to get back into the story. So, here we go. Church Foyer. By the way, episode 5. Welcome back, part 5. The dark wooden tones of the church foyer are a stark contrast to the bright sunlight that pours in through the stained glass overhead. A set of double doors to the north lead into the main church. Another set to the south lead outside. A staircase to the northeast leads up to a balcony. Stacked on a small pedestal are several copies of the latest church bulletin. An elderly woman stands here. She smiles at you. Well, let's look at the elderly woman. The old woman, who sports short gray hair that is pulled back in a bun, has a kind smile. Despite her age, you'd guess late 70s. There's a spark of youth in her blue eyes, though you also sense sadness. You can tell from her fragile appearance that the woman is not in the best of health. Alright, I guess let's speak to her. "Hello, Father," says the woman in a soft southern drawl. Her warm smile wrinkles her kind yet sad eyes. "I just want to say that was a beautiful homily." Her tone turns timid. "My name is Anne Rose. I was hoping you had a moment." Tell her you have a moment. "Of course. Is something wrong, Anne?" "It's my purse, you see. I must have dropped it as I went up to receive the host, and now I can't find it. Have you seen it by any chance?" Probably that thief they were talking about earlier. Tell her you haven't seen it. "I am afraid I haven't seen your purse, Anne, but I'll see what I can do." Objective complete. Greet the elderly woman in the church foyer. Alright. New objective. Find Anne's purse and return it to her. Watch it be the altar boy. Even though I have no reason to think that. We've only been introduced to... We haven't been introduced. We only know of 4 characters, right? Father Dan, Father Gillette. I know that's not it. Jill. I'll remember it when his name gets shown again. The altar boy, and then, of course, myself. Well, the Anne Rose. Let's see what we get. Anyways. The dark wooden... Oh, we already read that. Alright, so we need to go searching for this purse. Examine the church bulletin. The church bulletin, printed on extra heavy stock paper, provides a short message from the pastor each week, along with some notes about upcoming events in the church. On the back are numerous advertisements for local businesses. Let's take one. You take a copy of this week's bulletin. And that doesn't show up in my notes, does it? No. So it only shows up here. Okay. Let us continue. Alright. So, let's see. What's north? A set of double doors to the north lead into the main church, which is where I came from, I believe. Another set to the south lead outside. Staircase to the northeast leads up to a balcony. I guess let's start at the balcony. The church balcony overlooks the pews and altar. Inaccessible to the general public, the balcony provides the perfect acoustic space for choirs and musicians to perform during services. Every Christmas Eve, the local children's choir sings for an entire hour prior to the midnight mass, an event you look forward to each year. Southwest stairs lead back down to the foyer. A piano sits against the far wall. Well, let's take a look at the piano. The upright piano is a new addition to the church, donated by Father Grandel. We'll say Grandel. Upon his transfer to the parish. While not used as often as the church's organ, and perhaps in need of tuning, the piano has echoed countless hymns over the past few months, to the delight of churchgoers, thanks to the musical talents of Father Michael. While you are no musician, you yourself know some basic melodies. Chopsticks! Let's see. That's all there is to examine here. Oh! We have play. Let's play it. You play the church hymn on Eagle's Wings, which was taught to you by Father Michael. Oh, is that it? That was the whole thing? Okay. Continue. And let's head back down here. And let's head into the church. The interior of the church manages to be both modest and grand. Tall marble columns line the outer walls, and rows of wooden pews lead north to the altar. The strong smell of incense is ever present in the air. A small western door leads to the church's sole confession booth. Double doors to the south lead out to the foyer. You have never felt as at peace as you do here, kneeling at a pew in prayer in the house of your Lord. Well, let's search through the pews, why not? You begin to search the pews. After several minutes of searching, you manage to find Anne's purse, open on its side, underneath one of the pews. Beside the purse is a crumpled $50 bill, which must have fallen out when the purse was knocked onto the floor. Interesting. Certain choices, such as the next one, are timed. Answer quickly if you want to choose what happens next. Oh, God! Do you take the money? No! Of course you won't take it. You decide after some thought, how could you? A priest justify violating one of God's 10 commandments? Feeling shame over the temptation, you promptly put the $50 bill back inside Anne's purse. Continue. All right, pray? Anne's waiting on me, but let's just see what it does. You walk over to the back row of pews, genuflect, and kneel before God. You recite several prayers before standing up to continue your day. All right. Yeah, we want to head back out where Anne is and bring her purse to her. I can't leave without my purse. Please, Father, if there is anything you can do, I would really appreciate it. Oh, okay, I see. I need to equip it. There we go. And use it. There we go. Here's your purse, Anne. Here's your purse. I don't even remember what voice I used. I didn't really use any crazy voice, did I? Here's your purse, Anne. You hand the bag over to Anne Rose. Thank you, Father. She looks inside her purse. Oh, she exclaims with relief. Good. The money's still here. I have $50 that I'm going to mail to my grandnephew for his 10th birthday this Saturday. I'm not sure what I would have done if it had been stolen. Anyways, please forgive me for wasting your time, Father. Tell her she didn't. You didn't waste it, you reply with a smile. I haven't been to church in some time, you see. I have a bad leg, and I seldom leave the house because of it. But today it was a bit better, so I decided to come. Tell her to go more often. Show concern for her leg. I'm glad your leg is feeling better today. I hope the injury isn't serious. Me too, Father, Anne replies, lowering her head. You see, I've been thinking a lot lately. I realize that I have fewer days ahead than behind, and I want to know more about my religion. Would you like to join me for dinner, Father? I'd really enjoy discussing my faith with you. I want to learn what I can while I'm still here. Well, I don't see why not. Yeah. It would be my pleasure, Anne. Anne smiles. Wonderful. How does 5 p.m. sound? I'll cook you a delicious meal. Here is my address. She hands you a scrap of paper with her address on it. Please, don't be late now. Find Anne's purse and return it to her. Objective complete. Prepare for confession by returning your robe to the dresser in your bedroom. Well, simple enough, okay. With a happy nod, Anne slowly makes her way to the church exit. You suppose you have some dinner plans for the evening. Having helped Anne, you now set your mind to your next task, administering confession. All right. And that's the stuff we already read. We already have the church bulletin. No need to go to the pews now. No, I believe I wanted to head into the church. Double doors lead south to the foyer. Is where I came from? Wait, what goes north? Let's look at the map real quick. I am here. Oh, okay, whatever is north I've never been to. So let's explore up there first. Incense. Double doors to the south lead to the foyer. North. Oh, we're just at the altar. Okay, okay. Well, let's explore. You stand before a wooden altar, upon which lies the Holy Bible. 2 candles accompany it, one at each side. Behind the altar, an elaborate crucifix hangs against a rear stained glass window. Next to the crucifix, on a small side table, is the tabernacle. 2 rows of pews line the church walls to the south. On the altar is a sheet of paper. I'm going to look at that sheet of paper. This paper contains instructions on administering confession. It was written by Father Michael to help the local priests follow parish procedure. Cool. Oh, and we have a journal update. How to administer confession. When administering confession, the Holy Sacrament of Reconciliation, parish priests should always follow these steps. 1. Press the green button to signal the booth is open. Once someone enters the other side, press the red button to indicate that the booth is now occupied. Bless the person. Allow the confession of sins. Pass no judgment. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I guess 1 would be press the green button and 2 would be that. Anyways. 4. After the profession, have the person read aloud an act of contrition. Step 5. Absolve the person and assign a penance, typically a few prayers followed by a selfless act. 6. Once the person leaves the booth, return to step 1, repeating the process until the end of the confession hour. Father Michael. Alright. So I wonder if that means something. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. That it doesn't have step 2 in there. Or if once someone enters, pressing the red button is step 2. Or if that's a clue. Or if it's just a typo. Alright, let's get back over here. And let's look at the Holy Bible. And we have another note. You glance at the Holy Bible, which currently lies open on the altar. A particular passage catches your eye. James 1:13 through 16. Alright, that's probably what this is going to be. Bible passage. An excerpt from the book of James, chapter 1:13 through 16. I don't know how to say Bible chapter, so I apologize if I'm messing that up. When tempted, no one should say, God is tempting me. For God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. But each one is tempted when by his own evil desire he is dragged away and enticed. Then, after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And sin, when it's full grown, gives birth to death. Do not be deceived, my dear brothers. Okay. So that answers that. And now to the crucifix. You instinctively tear up at the sight of the hand-carved and painted wooden crucifix. The piece is donated to the church by a private foundation, and you later learned that it was made by a poor craftsman in South America with a strong passion for his faith. Such talent which proves to you that money truly does not buy everything. And last but not least, the tabernacle. Or I guess in the case of religion, it wouldn't be least. It still wouldn't be least. Anyways, the ornate golden tabernacle houses the Holy Eucharist between services. Sitting next to the tabernacle is a small decorative wooden chalice. Take the chalice? I don't want to take the chalice. You know, in the context of stealing, I don't want to steal it, but at the same time, maybe it's just a tool for the game. So I'm kind of divided right now. Let's take the goddamn chalice. You pick up the small chalice. So probably not an act of theft. And yes, empty chalice, a fragile decorative wooden chalice. It is empty. And there's the note, the bulletin, and the robe. All right, so let's back away from the altar. West is the confession booth, so let's over there real quick. Okay, it wants me to do the next part first. I should put away my liturgical vestment before going into the confession booth. After all, it gets pretty hot in there. All right, So we continue. We head back out. Back out again. As you pass through the church grounds, you encounter Father Grandel. You have not yet been able to pinpoint the middle-aged priest's ethnicity, and you do not yet feel comfortable enough to ask. His dark skin and jet black hair, pulled back in a ponytail, suit his high cheekbones and narrow chin. His heavy, recessed eyes convey a sense of deep knowledge and complement his quiet demeanor. While you have gotten to know Grendel fairly well over the past few months, you get the sense that you've barely cracked the surface of his complex disciple of God, of this complex disciple of God. "Ah, Father Randolph," greets Grendel in a soft, heavily accented voice. I don't even know what accent to apply to it, so we're just going to go with something generic. "I was sitting waiting for you to come out. You gave me a wonderful homily today, if I may say. Thank you." "Yes, I would say it went quite well for once. Thank you for all your help in preparing me for it." "It was my pleasure, Father Randolph. I know how hard it can be when speaking in front of a large group of people." "Tell him it is still hard. Tell him it's easy now. Tell him it doesn't matter." "Well, we're pretty sure that it stayed difficult for him." "Well, I don't know. I'm not sure, if one of these is lying. I'm going to just say it's still hard. That feels for what I've learned. Yeah, I can't remember if him having difficulty speaking was still difficult. No, this is July 27th. This is July 17th, after those two notes. So this takes place after those note pages we picked up in the house. All right, I'm going to go with telling him it's easy now. And hopefully that's not telling a lie or something. "It wasn't too hard today, actually. Your input has really helped." "It was nothing, Father Randolph, really. In any case, I won't keep you. I bid you good day, my friend." Sorry about that. Father Grendel walks away, down the path toward the church. All right, continue. All right, let's see. We've already looked at the statues and the garden shears, so we want to head back to the rectory. No need to go in my car. And northeast into the rectory. And now, Father Dan's room is north. Let's see if we can talk to Father Dan. Oh, no need to talk to him. Okay. Room east is Grendel's. Let's try to talk to him. Nope. Okay. And northeast into my room. Okay. Now we're going to go to the dresser. Get my robe. And place the robe. Open the drawer. And robe. There we go. You take off your liturgical robe, fold it, and place it neatly back into the dresser drawer. You are now ready to administer confession. Okay. Prepare for confession by returning your robe to the dresser in your bedroom. Next, administer confession. All right. To the confession booth. So we exit. Exit again. We head northwest. We head north into the church. Foyer, the pews, and now I believe west to the confession booth. Yes. You enter the confession booth with 2 minutes to spare. Sitting down in a small wooden chair, you say a quick prayer in preparation for sacrament, readying yourself to absolve the faithful of their worldly sins. The interior of the booth is small, cramped, and hot. You sit in a wooden chair positioned across from a veiled window, behind which someone can kneel and confess his or her sins in private. Mounted on one wall is a tiny plaque, below which 2 buttons, one red and one green, allow you to turn on a light of the same color outside the confession booth to signify whether or not the booth is occupied. Let's look around first. Look at the plaque. The plaque contains an act of contrition. It reads, "Oh my God, I am heartily sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all my sins, because they offend thee, my God, who art all good. Sorry about that. Who art all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to confess my sins, to do good, avoid evil, and to amend my life. Amen. All right. I don't know if the microphone up here picked up that noise, but that was the sound of the episode ending. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I will catch you guys in the next episode. Catch you later.